Crutch. Webster's dictionary defines it as a long stick with a cross piece at the top used as a support under the armpit by a person with an injury or disability. In common parlance, we use that to describe someone relying too much on something and not standing up on their own merit. Now, if you click the title or if you click the video, you saw the title, you saw that little see the little thing up there that I'm still not great at doing. That says black owned business. I want to talk to you today. I want to rant at you, right, about the duality of black businesses. Um, and this isn't to be disparaging, and this isn't to be coonery. This is an actual th- a statement piece on how complicated it can be to navigate that world and what we should do in order to assist people in this nature, right? So I'm gonna start with an anecdote, two anecdotes actually. So after Sinners last year, my wife and I, great movie. Obviously, the end kind of but the overall atmosphere movie. Anybody who says it's bad, I'm not sure you know how to watch movies. I know it's a weird thing to say because it's subjective, but I'm still not sure you know how, right? After we had a free night, no kids, went to see Sinners, a bar we like to go to on the other side of town. It's got the right vibe, got the right atmosphere. The food always tastes good. It's loud. Like the music is always jumping. The people, a lot of life in the bar, right? So we go to Centers. We're all we know kind of near that side of town, and then we drive. So we drive to the bar we like to go to. Sometimes we go in, we get winded down like normal. At the door, he goes, "All right, big fella, $20." First off, don't patronize me. I'm 5'7". I'm not sure why you would lie to me like that. But two, I was like, "Oh, y'all got a DJ in there? Like y'all got something going on? Is it an event?" He goes, "Nah, man, it's just a chill little Saturday. You know how it go." And now I'm offended, right? Now I'm like, "Wait a minute. It's gonna be 20 just for me to get in, so I got to spend money with y'all just to have the opportunity to spend money with y'all." And he's like, "Man, it's 20. Take it or leave it. Take it or leave it." I'm trying to be polite about it, right? And I was like, "You know what? We're gonna go ahead and go somewhere else." He's like, "All right, bro. Woo, woo, woo." So we go to a different bar. We have a cool time. Spend a couple $100s, and it is what it is, right? And a part of me, that whole drive, I complained about it a lot. Like my wife had to hear it from the time we got out of that bar to the next bar. I said, "Man, I've got to spend extra money to get a base level of service from my people. Like I got to spend more to shop with my own. That's crazy." And I literally said that all the way to the next bar, like because a part of me knows, hey, I understand that they probably got a lot. The place gets shot up sometimes. The place, a lot of broken windows, things of that nature. It's rowdy in there. Though that is the spirit that I was going for that night. The workers probably do not appreciate that. The owner probably does not appreciate that. So they're charging some money on the way in, probably to cover a lot of cost, like operating cost, before they even get to drinks and stuff of that nature. I'm not sure how other people tip. I'm not sure how other people spend their money. We go out so rarely. We spend a lot when we go. And I said, so I had to spend extra for the opportunity to be able to give you some of my money. To be able to spend my hard-earned dollars, I got to give you a fee because y'all ain't got it. You know, that felt terrible to me, right? Another part of me felt, yeah, I understand why though. Like, I completely understand that they probably have these hardships. And then the other part of me said, yeah, but that's not my problem. That's not a burden I should have to bear. And I've been the second anecdote. Took my oldest daughter to school. Saw this place that looked fire. New place, never seen it before. Looked A1, right? So I'm in there, or I take her to school. I drive past, it's not open. It snowed a lot that day. All right, well, inclement weather. I'll give them a shot. I'll give them a chance. I'm on my way home. It says they close at 6 this day. That's another problem. It closed at different times on different days, opened at different times on different days. But I'm willing to allow it because I'm assuming that maybe it's a family trying to start a vision, and I'm willing to support that. Drive past the second time, not open. Okay, oh, that's two, right? A couple days ago, I planned it out. I said, I'm going to get off work early at this time. I'm going to go ahead, pop by there, grab some food. We already knew what we wanted to order, so we can get in. We're not a hassle on them. I want this exact thing. Boom, boom, boom. Here's the money. Thanks for the food. Have a great day. Can't wait to try it. I get there an hour before close. Already closed. Now, one person might say, "Well, why didn't you call beforehand?" Then I go, "Wait a minute. I have to call to make sure business is open at the time they say they are." I refuse to. Would it have solved this problem? Sure. but it would have been an admission that I know I'm going to get less, right? Another person would say, man, you went back 3 times? That's crazy. I wasn't even given an opportunity after the first time. And I said, I understand that, but I'm operating on the fact that they probably need a little bit more help. Then another person would say, why do we put up with this? Why do we treat these businesses as if they can offer us less? That's the duality of a black owned business. You can see the hoodie of the quarter zip I'm wearing, actively black. Lanny Smith specifically made his business where he said, hey, we're tired of asking for a seat at the table. Give us a chance. We'll scale this up and we'll give you the same service that you expect from Nike and Adidas and Reebok and Puma. I know Puma, whatever, right? Trying to say it their way. Um, if you just give us the opportunity. He even goes and apologizes like, I ordered this on a Monday, got it on a Thursday because this was right around Christmas when he dropped it. He even went on live and on his Instagram and on his Facebook and apologized that he can only get through 99% of the orders. He said he apologizes. He tried to get them out in a day or two, but and I don't think anybody would have expected him to admit that. Not only because like we're not worried about it. We ordered on a Monday. Why in the world do we think we'd get that on a Wednesday? It's not Amazon. It's not drop shipped from across the street. It's at your factory. You guys hand pack them. But that's just because his commitment is I'm treating you like a customer of these large companies. You treat me like the CEO of these large companies, and I'll go a step further. That's what we expect from a black business. It's personable, but his standard is higher than their standard. We have to do a better job of allowing grace while expecting to be treated the same way by our own people. You know, we expect a regular business that's been open for years, right? If they were to close on a day, you'd expect an explanation. You'd expect them to say, hey, we closed for this reason. Um, Bad weather, a kid was sick, right? But a lot of people just expect a black business to just be closed sometimes. Like if you go type in right now, black, hashtag black owned black business on TikTok or something like that, it'll be filled with horror stories of, you know, and you have to take it with a grain of salt because you have to remember if there's 100 businesses doing it right, the one business doing it wrong is going to get the most spotlight because you expect businesses to do well. You don't expect a business to be closed 2 days out of the week. A coffee shop on TikTok, they said they are only open from 9 p.m. to 12 or 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. because they don't want to wake up early. That's why they started their coffee shop. What? Like you're not gonna make it. Like people are going to have to patronize you. They're gonna have to come and buy your stuff out of spite or like simply because they want you to succeed. Because if you're not starting your day until people have already at work, you're not serving your purpose. Um, a restaurant we love to go to. I'm gonna give you an example of how it should work. A restaurant we like to go to, his place. It's over on Shaylin. If you're in the Indy area, try it. It's incredible, but you will be waiting, right? Because the expectation is that their food is so good, their service is so impeccable that you cannot go there at a time in which it's not busy, like especially early in the morning, right? They open at noon. If they especially on a Sunday, church crowds getting out. If you get there at 11:30, you will still be 14th in line, and you will be glad to wait because the food is going to be incredible. The portions are going to be huge. The staff is going to be nice, attentive. I'm talking if you don't have a drink, like you finish your drink. At one time, I was in the process of drinking my drink. No joke. No shade. Like or not no like this is no exaggeration. I drank my drink. Literally had finished it right then before I could put the drink on the table. The lady was like, "Here you go," and I was like, "Ah, damn! You didn't know if I wanted some more." She was just like, "I saw an empty drink. I had to handle that." In exchange, I mean, the food portions, I'm talking if you can eat 3 meals out of the one meal, it doesn't, and the price is right. Like if you divide what you're eating by three or by two, you're paying like $5, $10 for the whole meal, and you're getting 3 meals worth. It's fantastic, right? This isn't an ad, obviously. This is some of the best food I've ever had. Only try to go like once or twice a month because your cholesterol is going to be through the roof, and we got enough black people dying, from heart issues. But I don't have a problem waiting hours to get into here because they established their standard is excellence. The building can't get any bigger. The customers can grow though. Like the customer base can grow. That's why they opened a second location. They are going to give you the same service every time you come there with a smile. And you expect that from them. And that's what we expect from every black business. We've got to stop. I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna end it with this. I don't want to rant too long. I simply wanted to discuss. I understand that we have to give them grace, and here's the new method that I'm gonna start doing myself. Maybe you can adopt it yourself. You get two. One time, that's the grace I'm giving you to understand that you may not be operating at maximum efficiency and you haven't scaled up yet. Then the second time I come there, I'm going to tell you about the experience I had the first time. And if I can't see change in your eyes, I might, patronize you that one time, but it's over, right? if if I can see that you expect to have infinite grace, infinite closes, infinite food runouts. There was one where we pulled up to the food truck. I mean, they advertised a specific dish that morning. We pulled up and they said, "Yeah, we don't have any of that." Like, then why'd you post that? Like, "Oh, we used an old video." You used an old video to promote a food you had today? Come on, man. Like, but my kids were hungry, so I went ahead and shop with them. But I've never gone back since. Unfollowed them, haven't thought about it. Because they didn't do me right the first time. The new standard is no, you don't get a second time to do that, because I wouldn't have given another restaurant a second time to do that, right? But I will give you a first time to show me that you may have, like, oh, it was a slip up. Okay, cool, right? Then if I go there again and it's not rectified, that's where you get judged. You don't get three times where I go by three times and I'm still okay with it because I'm expecting less. The new motto is we expect the same, but we're going to give you a little bit more grace for you to exceed our expectations because they're already low. The duality of black businesses. One,